In 2016, two Argentine students, Maria Jose Coni and Marina Menegazzo, embarked on a trip to South America to take a break from their studies. What was meant to be an adventure soon turned into a nightmare and led to one of the most complex investigations in the region. The two girls, both from the city of Mendoza, were 22 and 21 years old at the time. Maria Jose studied economics at the University of Cuyo, and Marina was studying speech therapy at the University of Aconcagua. Both were known for their cheerful personalities and close bonds with their families. They also volunteered at an organization that assisted homeless individuals. On January 10, 2016, Maria Jose, Marina, and two other friends set out on a backpacking trip through South America, specifically to Ecuador and Peru, during a break from school. They posted cheerful updates and photos of their travels on social media, showing off the beautiful landscapes and places they visited. By February 13, 2016, after over a month of traveling together, the group split. Maria Jose and Marina stayed in Ecuador while the other two friends returned to Mendoza. This decision had been planned from the beginning of their trip, as the two girls still had a few days before the start of their studies and wanted to explore more of Ecuador. On February 22, 2016, Maria Jose and Marina decided to hitchhike from Montañita, where they had been staying, to Guayaquil. They had been robbed of $70 at the hostel and chose this route to save money. They assured their families they would have no contact for the next few days as communication would be difficult. Their families, trusting the girls' plans, did not suspect anything was wrong at first. However, after February 22nd, all communication stopped. The girls were supposed to catch a flight from Lima to Chile on February 25th, and then return to Mendoza by bus. But they never made it to their flight. By February 27th, their families began to worry. Marina's sister posted on social media reporting that the two girls were missing, and the case quickly gained attention. The Ecuadorian authorities launched an investigation, but it wasn't until February 25th that the first body was found. Maria Jose's body was discovered about 200 meters from the beach. Then, on February 28th, Marina's body was found only 40 meters away. There were several inconsistencies in the case from the very beginning. For example, if the bodies were so close, why was Marina's body found several days after Maria Jose's? Autopsies revealed disturbing details. Maria Jose had suffered multiple injuries, including a fractured skull, broken hip, and genital wounds. Marina had 6 knife wounds. Both girls had signs that they had been bound. The cause of death for both was determined to be on the night of February 23, 2016. The investigation led to the arrest of 2 men, Alberto Segundo Mina Ponce and Aurelio Eduardo Rodriguez, who quickly confessed to the murders. According to their account, they had met the girls at a bar in Montañita, where the girls had asked for a ride to Guayaquil. After they couldn't find a ride, the men offered to take them to Mina Ponce's house. The men claimed that after a night of drinking, they tried to sexually assault the girls, which led to the killings. Maria Jose was allegedly struck in the head with a metal object by Mina Ponce, while Marina was stabbed by Rodriguez. The 2 men disposed of the bodies by wrapping them in bags, tying them up with ropes, and leaving them in the vicinity of the beach. Their confession, however, was questioned by the girls' families, who found inconsistencies in their story. For instance, Maria Jose and Marina were known to be cautious and would not likely have accepted help from strangers, especially when they had money available through credit cards. As the investigation continued, there were more oddities. For one, it was revealed that the girls had been drugged, which explained their unusual behavior. Toxicological tests showed that the girls had been under the influence of a substance that could impair their will, which might explain why they so readily entered the taxi with the men. Moreover, as the investigation unfolded, it was found that José Luis Pérez, a man who had previously found Maria José's body, was also implicated. His DNA was found at the scene, and it was discovered that he had lied about his whereabouts and a dental infection he had claimed to have. Perez was eventually sentenced to 40 years in prison for his role in the crime. In November 2019, Perez was found guilty and sentenced to the same 40-year prison term as Mina Ponce and Rodriguez. However, many questions remained unanswered. What happened on the night of February 23rd? Was there more to the story than the men had confessed? The mystery of the DNA samples that had not been identified and the events surrounding Marina's 2 days of survival continued to haunt the investigation. Despite the convictions, the families of the victims still seek answers, pushing for justice and further investigation into the unresolved aspects of this tragic case.
Thank you for watching.